Okay, hello, welcome to your today. Got some stuff to share. Let me wait on my YouTube to come up to pause it. That took a minute. Go ahead. Say hey to the chat. Blazing, Tony, Bright, Polly Parrot, which is also Bright. North Carolina school bans teachers from using the word please. Uh, school is it's a school in Charlotte, Druid Hills Academy, say that the goal is to make so-called bratty kids behave. It's called No Nonsense Nurturing, where the teachers give kids concise, clear instructions in a format called MVP, Movement, Voice, and Participation. It apparently leaves kids with zero room for misbehavior, and children are celebrated and singled out for following the teacher's commands. An example would be Alex has joined us on the carpet and is sitting quietly. They say that saying please indicates there's an option, while this technique is more of a directive and puts the teacher in the power seat. So they want, again, just, training them to be slaves. Do what you're told, and you'll be rewarded. And that's fucking crazy, man. My Firefox will comply with me. CSX proposes intermodal terminal for Johnston County, North Carolina. It's going to be more jobs. Carolina Connector will be a state-of-the-art facility that will create distinct competitive advantages for North Carolina businesses and ports while serving the Metro Raleigh area, one of the South's largest and fastest growing markets. We're excited about developing infrastructure within North Carolina that makes the state's ports more competitive, lowers transportation costs for businesses, and promotes reliance on freight rail, the most fuel efficient and environmentally friendly form of land transportation. Once operational, the terminal will serve as an intermodal transportation hub in the South, transferring a broad range of goods from food to furniture to appliances between trucks and trains. And it combines the fuel efficiency and cost effectiveness of rail and the door to door flexibility of trucks, thereby reducing transportation costs for businesses in the region while alleviating congestion on the roads. The terminal is forecasted to produce more than $329 million in public benefits for the state over 30 years. The construction of the terminal is estimated to create 250 to 300 short-term jobs. Over time, up to 1,500 long-term jobs will be created statewide as a result. It will support existing industry already in Johnston County. The estimated project costs are $272 million. CSX is committed to investing $150 million, the majority of the funds needed to complete it. The execution of the project is contingent on securing $100 million in infrastructure investment funds that have been proposed in the state of North Carolina's strategic transportation investment process. They've constructed similar terminals in North Baltimore, Ohio, and Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. And they're reaching out to landowners to secure options on property east of Selma and close to I-95. So, yeah, we have that. And then the links below if anybody wants to join. And North Carolina's brand new ag gag law is already facing a legal challenge. The galvanized metal walls of North Carolina's expensive poultry houses and hog farms received some significant reinforcements against prying eyes on January 1st. A new law that critics have labeled an ag-gag measure went into effect that day, making it a criminal act to gain employment at a business for the purposes of an undercover investigation, among other activities pursued by animal rights activists, whistleblowers, and journalists. On Wednesday, groups representing all those parties filed a federal lawsuit questioning the constitutionality of the legislation. The law blatantly violates citizens' rights to free speech, a free press, and to petition their government, and violates the. I don't know. Same thing about it. Sorry about that. No, God damn it. God damn it. Sorry, had some things going on here. Anyway, they're advising everybody to get a flu vaccine because it's outbreak. There's high numbers of flu outbreak from people getting the flu shots, but they don't tell you. And that ag-gag law, it's just, stopping whistleblowers from exposing the conditions of the chicken farms and hog farms and things like that. So that is a violation of our rights, but when's that ever stopped them? Oh, hush, cat. Link is below if anybody wants to join. I hope the audio is working now. I had a little mic trouble earlier. As he closes this out, and go with it. Try this again. North Carolina seeing widespread flu activity. And it's one of two states reporting widespread flu activity, along with Maryland.
I think I missed it as well.
Hello.
Bugger. Oh, hello. Who's talking?
It's me.
Becky.
Okay.
How are you doing?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
I can't see you though.
I had my camera off. I was screen sharing.
Sorry, what was that?
I was screen sharing. Hello.
See now. I'm in the
I hear
kitchen.
little.
And I've had to bath him twice and everything. You know how it is. You and Mum.
Oh yeah.
Anyway. How are you doing anyway?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And I love your brain, by the way. Good shit, tell ya. Oh, what's the food for? What, babe? Oh, I'm gonna have to come back to you.
Huh?
I'm gonna have to come back to you.
Okay.
I've got a little baby G.
Okay.
One moment. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, bugger.
Okay.
What is it? What have you got there? Okay. Let me get that off you. Let me get that off.
Kid. I can get this one. I'll just read from it. I already had it. Okay. Okay. And the ag-gag law. There, the plaintiff said in a joint statement, it places the safety of our families, our food supply, and animals at risk, and it attempts to bully and threaten those working for transparency, free speech, and the public good. You know, because they're going to make it criminal act to gain employment to expose the poultry and hog farms. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, the Center for Food Safety, and the Animal League Defense Fund, Farm Sanctuary, Food and Water Watch, and the Government Accountability Project are all party to the suit. It alleges the law violates both the state constitution and the U.S. Constitution. Similar legal challenges, including the one that saw Idaho's law overturned, although that case has been appealed, have argued that this type of legislation violates federal constitutional rights. According to the suit, the law punishes people who set out to investigate employers and property owners' conduct because they believe there is value in exposing employers and property owners' unethical or illegal behavior to the disinfecting sunlight or public scrutiny. Unlike laws passed in other states, North Carolina isn't limited to agricultural facilities. The broader spectrum law, said the director of the Government Accountability Project's Food Integrity Campaign. It encompasses anything from nursing homes to assisted living. Okay, so you can't expose them now? Okay. It's fucking crazy. Any place where you have a vulnerable population that could benefit from a whistleblower. The potential for the law to criminalize undercover investigations and whistleblower activity across multiple industries has led to additional scrutiny and criticism, including condemnation from groups such as AARP. It's been the concern since before the law was passed, and it was part of the reason why the state's governor opposed it. The governor says, while I support the purpose of the bill, I believe it does not adequately protect or give clear guidance to honest employees who uncover criminal activity. So I guess they could lose their job too if it, they exposed it as well. So, and just days after the law went into effect, a former poultry worker was convicted of 3 counts of misdemeanor animal abuse following an undercover video. Los Angeles-based Mercy for Animals released in December. He realized the investigation could very well be the last undercover footage that was obtained before the ag-gag law took effect. And they wouldn't say if the release of the video was time to highlight or critique the new law. The connection has certainly been made in the coverage of both the video and Miranda's conviction. In addition to its latest undercover video, the group has conducted 5 other investigations in North Carolina, including one in 2011 that MFA believes led to the first ever conviction for felony animal cruelty to stem from the abuse of commercial poultry. Mercy for Animals does comply with all federal and state laws when they conduct undercover investigations. They will not be conducted any in North Carolina until the legal climate changes. For whistleblowers, however, who often go out on a limb without the support and funding of a nonprofit to fall back on, even the specter of an ag-gag law can be chilling. These proposals, they win as soon as they step into a state and propose a bill. The people who are the most vulnerable are silenced. She added that plant workers, unlike the USDA inspectors critical of slaughterhouse protocol trial that GAP supported in 2015, do not enjoy whistleblower rights. Nearly half of states have seen some sort of ag-gag legislation proposed, and laws have passed in 6 states. And North Carolina is no different. And North Carolina is not just another state with an ag-gag law to fight. We're seeing it as a focal point for national attention. We want everyone in the U.S. to stand up and see what's happening and to cry foul. And they should, as long as other things that's going on. So, if anybody wants to join, the link's below. So, take more rights away and more charges so they can make more money. Everybody. No problem, homie. I get it. I've got kids, so I understand. So, anybody got any news to tell or to talk about? I made this at the spur of the moment. I wasn't going to do one until I seen that one about banning the word please in that one school. So that's pretty crazy. If you want to join after I go off live, that's cool too. I'll be hanging out for a few more minutes after. So, hey, bright and blazing, Tony Kip, and bright again, and Polly Parrot. How's y'all doing? I got this one. The North Carolina farm cited for water quality violations. Cited a farm in western North Carolina, in Asheville, for discharge of pollutants into a creek. The NC Department of Environmental Quality's Division of Water Resource cited Crowell Farms in a December 30th letter on violations of discharge without a valid permit, water quality standards, and permit conditions. Riverkeeper Hartwell Carson said water quality monitoring found high levels of E. coli in Hominy Creek in early December, triggering an investigation which found a pipe from Crowell Farms discharging animal waste into the creek. Landon Davidson of the Division of Water Resource said the pipe remains in place, but the inlet has been blocked and the flow stemmed. A message left at the farm seeking comment wasn't immediately returned Wednesday. Of course, it wasn't they've been giving people E. coli. I wouldn't be surprised if they face some lawsuits there over that. I'm not mistaken that I don't know if that creek comes this way or not. I really will have to check on that now. That's disturbing. Didn't hear nothing about it until now. Right. That's the way they do. Oops, sorry, you might have E. coli. Poisoning or whatever. And a flu outbreak. Yeah, go get your flu shot so you can for sure get the flu. We all know that the vaccines give you the flu, so about 5 more minutes and I'm off. Unless somebody wants to join. Okay. That's all the local news I found. So, except for I don't think there's really anything locally going on, or I would have heard about it. And the sports, I don't get into sports, but that's a big thing around here. Basketball, football, whatever. Anyway, I guess I will go on. I've got some things to do in a bit, so we'll see y'all later. I'll be more prepared tomorrow. So just spur the moment thing. I don't know. I haven't even looked at that about the sailors. Okay. See you later. I'll see you later. Yeah, and that's a day. Bye bye. Have a good day.